What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2002 movie Crossroads. This movie is directed by Tamara Davis, who also directed Billy Madison. Now, I didn't know that she directed this movie until just here recently. I was watching a video about this movie here a few days ago, and it made me want to watch the movie because I hadn't seen it in a while and everything. I thought that I might as well go ahead and review it while I'm at it. So in this movie, Britney Spears plays Lucy, a teenage girl who's just graduating high school, and at the beginning of the movie, her and her two best friends, Kit and Mimi, bury this box that they call their wishing box, where they bury it with a few things that they wish for the future, and they agree to unbury it on the night of their graduation, and then it does a time jump to the day of their graduation. At the beginning of it, you see that they don't really talk anymore. They've kind of gone their separate ways, and Kit has kind of become the popular girl and is kind of mean to Lucy and Mimi, and Mimi's kind of become an outcast because she is pregnant and everything, and Lucy is just the shy virginal girl. And after their graduation, they plan on they end up going to the tree and everything, although they weren't planning on it at first, because Lucy was gonna go spend time with her boyfriend, and Kit was planning on just hanging out with her friends, her popular friends, I guess, and everything. But they end up going and everything, and Mimi tells them that if they want to go with her on this road trip she's going on, where she's gonna be doing an audition in California for a musical thing, that they could go with her, and she's accompanied by Ben, who's playing guitar in the school band at their prom, and they end up, at first they don't want to do it, and they end up changing their minds and going. Lucy says that she's going to go, and they can drop her off partway in Arizona to so that she can see her mom that she hasn't seen since she was really little and stuff. Her mom had walked out on her and her dad, and she's wanting to go so she can see her, and Kid is wanting to go to California because her fiance is living out there, and she's wanting to go see him, and so they end up going, and they're riding in Ben's car, so he's driving it throughout most of the movie, and they as the movie goes on and stuff, they start to rekindle their friendship and everything, and when they get to their destinations, things don't go as planned. Lucy finds out that her mom just doesn't want anything to do with her and her dad, and it's kind of pretty much just a deadbeat mom and everything. And then when they get to California, Kit finds out that her boyfriend is cheating on her, and we also find out that he's the one that got Mimi pregnant because he raped her. And Mimi falls down some stairs and loses the baby. But their friendship has been rekindled, and that's pretty much the story of the movie. This is a pretty good movie. There are things about it that I wish I would have done differently, but I really enjoy it for the most part. I do think that the time jumps and some of the stuff that they did in here, like, I wish the scenes would have lasted longer, but yeah, I kind of wish we would have got to see why they drifted apart and everything. They don't really show it. I mean, you don't have to really see it. I mean, you know that, like, people you're friends with in elementary school you may not always be friends with throughout your entire school years. It just happens, but I kind of would have liked to see the transition and stuff. And like the scene where Lucy's visiting her mom and stuff, that they show them talking for a few minutes and pretty much hint at what's going to happen, but it doesn't show her mom saying that she doesn't want anything to do with her. It just kind of cuts away, and then cuts to Lucy going to Kit and Mimi and Ben and everything, and then she tells Ben what happened and everything. I kind of wish I would have just showed the whole thing and everything, gave Kim Cattrall a little bit more screen time. But I really do like this movie, though, for the most part. Those are my main little nitpicks on this movie. But I think all three actresses are really good in here. Britney Spears is really great as Lucy. I know a lot of people dissed her and stuff for her acting and stuff, but I personally thought she was really good in this, seeing that she isn't really known to be an actress. She's known for being a singer and stuff, so I think she did pretty good in this movie. It maybe not like anything Oscar worthy, but her performance was really good, and it was a lot better than I think anybody said it was, and I don't think it deserved the Raspberry Award that she got. I'm sure there was somebody that would have deserved it a lot more than she did. Zoe Saldana plays Kit, and this is way before she became as big as she is. And it's really weird seeing her in this movie, because she really doesn't look that different. I mean, you can tell she's younger, but she pretty much looks exactly the same back then as she does now. And it's really weird because, like, she just hasn't hardly aged and everything. It's weird and everything. But it is really weird seeing her without green skin, because I'm so used to seeing her as a Gamora in the MCU movies and everything. But she is really great in this movie too. And Taryn Manning plays Mimi, and she's really good too. All three of them have really great chemistry together and are believable in their roles as like these characters that have drifted apart, and their friendship is believable, and they do a good job on it. Anson Mount plays Ben, and he's pretty good too. Dan Aykroyd and Kim Cattrall play Lucy's parents, and Dan Aykroyd has more screen time and more to do in this movie, but he's not in here a lot. He's pretty much just in here to try to get her to come home and be like the one trying to stop her from the road trip and stuff. But he's really good in this movie, and the scenes that he's in. He doesn't have a lot to do in here, but I kind of wish he would have been in the movie more, but he was good enough. And Kim Cattrall just is in the one scene, so she doesn't add a lot to the movie and everything, but she kind of has an important role in here, because, I mean, that's the entire reason Lucy's going on the trip and everything. But she's alright. I love the songs in this movie. There's like 3 big songs that Britney Spears did in this movie. The first one being the karaoke version of I Love Rock and Roll. I like her version of it. I prefer Joan Jett, but I think she did a good job on this song. And then the big song at the end of the movie, I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman. Really good song. I've always liked that one quite a bit. And then the song in the credits, Overprotected, I like that one too. I think that one's my least favorite of the 3, but I still like that one quite a bit. Now, all the songs in here are just good and everything. And it's also cool because we get to see Justin Long in here before he became big, which I think this movie actually came out after Jeepers Creepers, but it's still weird seeing him in roles like this before he became big and everything. He's just a small role at the beginning of the movie as the boy that Lucy had agreed to have sex with on their graduation night, or it might have been prom night actually, I think, but they end up not doing it and everything. But he's really funny in the little bit of screen time we get. He like pours baby powder all over himself and everything. He's really dorky, and he's just really funny and everything. It's a pretty cool little appearance. And there's also this really funny little subplot where they think that Ben is a killer and everything, and Mimi tells him that he was in jail, and they think it was for she thinks it was for a murder, and they're all like, why are we going on this trip with him and everything? And then when they finally find out the real reason why he went to jail was for trying to protect his sister from his abusive, or his stepsister from his abusive stepfather and everything. And after he tells them and stuff, he's like, why in the world would y'all go on a road trip with me if y'all thought I was a killer and everything? And it's a really good point. I don't think any of them had a good answer for that, but I always thought that scene was really funny too. I've loved this movie ever since I was a kid. I remember when it first came out, I wanted so bad to go see it in the movie theater. I begged and begged to go, but I wasn't allowed to go see it in the theater because they didn't know how bad the sexual content and stuff was going to be, because on the poster it said for some sexual content and everything. And once it came out on TV, my dad watched it and I was able to watch it, and I just love this movie. I think it's a really fun movie. It's a big Britney Spears fan. It would have been really awesome getting to see this in the theater, but it is what it is. I still enjoy it. It is really corny now, though, but when it comes to teen movies and stuff like this, all of them are really corny. And like High School Musical is really corny, Camp Rock is really corny now, Lizzie McGuire, all that stuff is really corny now and everything, but this one still is a really fun movie, and I still really enjoy it quite a bit. So I'd say I'd give Crossroads a 7.5 out of 10. But let me know in the comments what you think of this movie, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.